LaserWorld MusikMesse 2013. On the pro side of things, pure micro, RGB, full colour. This is the PM1800. Dennis.
Yes, the PM1800. Actually, it's showing a display on the PM1800, but this is actually a new model, the PM3700 RGB, and there's also a 3200 RGB in the range. Basically, we've squashed more power into this tiny little casing. I've shown in previous videos with Jonathan how good the beam quality is with the PM1800. Having a PM1300 himself, he knows how good it is and wows people in venues. But this is basically a higher power version, still in a small compact housing.
3.7?
3.7 watt.
That is ridiculous, isn't it, really? I mean, the size of that's my hand. Well, I've got relatively big hands, but then...
Oh, it's tiny.
It is.
And I've only got a small head.
But I can just... Shut up. I won't go any further. But I can imagine turning up to an event, you know, a big event, and someone's hired you to do a laser show, and you turn up with that, they'd probably think, oh my God, what have we hired? But I would have thought once they see the laser show, they're going to be absolutely amazed.
Oh, I've turned up to venues for club installations with installation customers, and I've gone in and the club owners turned around and said, no, I want some proper lasers. I want a proper laser. I said, let me plug them in, switch them on, put the software on and project. And then they completely change their minds. They see this tiny little box that's discreet that is much better than the boxes that are 4 or 5 times the size.
And also, again, one of the features I've got to stress here, and Dennis, I'm sure he will later on, but because everything is sealed inside here, you don't get any residue, you don't get any build-up of condensation or anything like that. So you can run this kind of laser continually, and the glass, all you got to do on the odd occasion is wipe it on the front.
Absolutely. All you do is just clean it off on the front. It's actually sealed, so the actual laser compartment section is this size. This is a heat sink across the bottom with fans running through it. This keeps this section cool, and it runs cold. It runs literally no problem, no heating issues. But as Jonathan said, it stops any smoke residue or dust going inside the actual unit, which, in other words, keeps your colour balance and your brightness output. Otherwise, lasers do suffer from that. You can see a laser in a club 1 month, and you go back 2 months later and it looks like it's failing, but all it probably needs is a cleaning internally.
What's the street price on this one then?
The street price, hang on, you caught me out on pricing, but the 3700 RGB, the actual retail is about €7,000, but the street prices, there are amazing deals going on at the moment, the MusikMesse, trade customers, etc., and through our retailers. But you're going to be looking at around the £4,000 mark currently for a 3.7 watt laser. When considering the PM1800 is 3,500, for an extra £500 you get something a lot more powerful.
Yeah, a lot more.
So that's roughly about the current street prices out there in the UK.
Very nice. And then we go to
the next level.
There's my hand, so it's slightly bigger.
It's basically sort of slightly bigger range. There's 2 ranges in this. There's a pure sapphire range and a pure light range. The exact same housing in both circumstances. The only difference is one has, it's in the name, pure sapphire, blue. It's extra blue, so you're getting a lot more blue. So if you're in a club situation and all you want is really a lot of power, or events, you go for the pure sapphire range. If you want pure white balance and a good combination of colours, a good balance on your colours, you go for the pure light range.
Okay, let me just have a nip around here. There you go. You'll notice we haven't got any DMX or anything like that because this is just ILDA, I-L-D-A. So you will need software. Is it Panglia?
Pangolin or any ILDA software, Phoenix etc. will plug in. With the SwissLas range, because it's a professional product, you can only use it with software.
Yes.
So for health and safety purposes, that's why you don't really see a key switch on the back here. You can use a emergency stop through the pins of the ILDA, but the safety aspects of it, without a PC, you can't output anything.
Yeah. And then we move over to this, what can only be described as quite a beast actually.
Yeah, this is brand new. Been launched at the show. This is, compared to our RTI range, we're bringing in a range that's where people need power, but they still need beam quality.
Yeah.
It's replaced a range where we had units which were, you know, 2-3 times the size of this unit. So we've brought in better beam quality, smaller compact housing, and we have 20 watt RGB and 40 watt RGB versions.
Crazy.
So up to 40 watt in a casing that's still only really the length of my arm. It's
again,
really
that's
ridiculous.
outrageous cool. I mean, this is sort of the stuff you could have for outdoor stadiums and all sorts, isn't it?
When you get to the 20 watt plus mark, yes, you start. This is where you need power outside. The reason why you need so much power outside, and it sounds like ridiculous, if you took your lasers from less wattage of 1.3 to 3 watt to 5 watt, etc. You put them outside, you don't have the benefit of haze and smoke to enhance the beams, so you need a higher output wattage to actually see the beams. And that's why you need 20 watt, 25 watt and upwards outside. And these are basically the starting points to be able to use outdoor.